Hi everybody, you're watching Victorious Productions, and so today I'm going to do my overview from my first public speaking engagement that I had on Friday. So first of all, on Friday I was speaking with some youth in Phoenix about challenging negative thoughts. I have no clue why in my head I thought it was going to go completely different. I don't know why I thought that a teenager would want to listen to someone speak for an hour, but in my head, you know, you just make up these amazing, perfect scenarios. So after a rough start and having to have a few of the kids leave the classroom, we eventually started on the challenging negative thoughts. There's a lot of things that I learned from them. I'm very happy. All in all, even though it was a lot of hard work, I'm very happy with the turnaround. I think that they took it very seriously, which I'm very surprised. I didn't think that they were listening to me, but they were. So, what I did, which I started when I first, so I had a class about a couple months ago at the school, and I was kind of seeing how it was going to go, and it was a little rough. It was like kind of like a rough start, but I introduced the question box. So this is my question box, and what I did is for the question box, I originally had it like, okay, I'm gonna put this in the back of the room. If you guys have questions, put it in there. That did not work the first time, so I made it mandatory for everybody to ask a question, even if it was like a dumb question, just ask something. And then people who had actual serious questions, they could put something in there and it doesn't look weird or suspicious or anything weird like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the questions in the question box. I don't know who asked me these questions. These are all just anonymous, random questions. I am sure I'm going to get some nonsense questions, but which the nice thing about this is that this gives me topics to discuss for all of my future classes. So my next class at the school is December 13th, so this will help me figure out what I'm going to talk about for the next class. The reason why I do this also is because while I'm there, I don't know how long I'll have the opportunity to speak at the school, but for the time being, I want it to be beneficial for the kids. You know, I don't want to teach something and they're not really going through it and they can't relate or anything like that. So that's why I have this. So I love this. If you're doing something, it's really good to introduce a question box. So I'm going to open this up. So I wanted to, one of the kids, he is the sweetest, he drew something and he said, okay, I want to give this to you. And he drew a little, I don't know if this is like a horse or something or a dragon. I don't know if you can see it. And that's his artist signature. So sweet. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so, alright, so we're going to start with one of the questions. Okay, so one of them is how to deal with lingering thoughts, bad thoughts. So, I focused on this when I was doing the class, but there's so much going on, so many questions, a lot of people wanting to put their own input in. I couldn't really focus on it, so what I'm going to do is I'll readdress it when I get back there, what we spoke about last time, and I kept asking questions throughout the speech so that I knew that they were listening, and if not, I would revisit it and go over it again, and we'll start kind of going off and talking about all types of stuff. So that's the first one, how to deal with lingering thoughts, bad thoughts. Alright, so dealing with disappointments in life. So that's also kind of like a bad thought in a way, but disappointments is something I will address too, because that happens all throughout life. Unfortunately, things just don't go our way. Life is hard that way sometimes. But I will focus on that too. That's one of them. Love it. I love how serious they are about this. Really cute. I love it. Okay, what is it like to feel depressed? I'll focus on this too. We'll go into what it feels like to be depressed so that you know within your mind, you can like kind of have like a signal going off. okay, something's not right, what do I do next? So that they know, what do you do when you're depressed or when you're feeling a little off or way off? So that's a good one. I'll probably provide some like counseling services that they can go to, free ones around the valley. I have a list of that, so I'll probably provide that and different things that you can do at home and to help you with that. And I'll probably even do a I was thinking about this, doing a meditation class where we all sit around and we meditate, and I'll do like a guided meditation so that they know how to get into meditation, and then also have them download a application. I believe it's called Calm or something. But it's a free application. You can do it for free for a week. So I'll have them do that too. So I love how serious they are about this. So cute. Boys. So they didn't elaborate about boys, but we can talk about boys. So my class actually got hijacked. It was supposed to be a girls' talk, and it got hijacked by 6 or 7 boys. And I was surprised that they were interested. They really wanted to learn. So I don't want to say don't come in. And they can learn some of these skills just as much as a girl can. I just don't know if they'll take it from me because I'm a woman. I'm not a man, but I'm welcoming everybody to come in. And I like having both sides, because the girls can debate their side, the guys can debate their side, and it can kind of go back and forth. And it's really neat to do this because we can kind of break down those negative thoughts that we have in our mind, because we're debating against it, and it's a safe space. We're all debating it, and I'm kind of that neutral party that kind of gets things normal, and then they can kind of go back and forth, and we figure it out together. So, yeah. All right, I'm single, hit me up. Only one of those are gonna fall in there. All right, let's see here. Okay, I don't know what this is. So it's to comfort my parent hitting me. I don't know if it means comfort, control, confront my parent from hitting me, or we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that. Unfortunately, when you're a kid, you're kind of subject to your situation. Now, if it gets really bad, you have to contact or tell someone about it so that you do not end up getting into something serious. This is a hard one, especially dealing with youth. I dealt with this in school, so this is really hard to answer, because it's like there's no right or wrong answer, but then there is a right and wrong answer. It's odd, but I'll address this. I'll address that. Okay, I got no idea. Yeah, sometimes we don't have an idea. So let's see. Body positivity. I don't know if a woman or a guy did this, but we'll discuss that too. This is a big one. This is a big one, and this is something that's going to take time, because it's going to take time because we all have little things about our body that we don't like. But I think it's just staying consistent with loving yourself and knowing that there's some things you just can't change. But we'll definitely focus on this. I'll make a class about this. I'll do a video about body positivity. Very important, especially as a youth, because you grow up thinking that you're not this, you're not that. But then if you really look at it, at different artists, successful people, entrepreneurs, all types of people that are from different cultures, different backgrounds, different body types, different educational backgrounds, all different types of stuff. So we'll talk about this. That's a big one. I want to know how to confront bullying without hitting or crying. That's a big one too. We'll talk about that. Oh, I like how serious you guys are. I love it. Okay, body positivity, another one. So I need to set that aside, because that means I definitely need to address that soon. Okay, I want to learn how to make money. So we'll discuss this. It's really big. It's very important. Knowing how to make money, but not chasing money. You can, if you're so consumed on, okay, I need to make money, you'll do anything to make money. It's mainly about what do you like, what are you interested in, and then how to make money in doing whatever you're interested in. So like if you like to do makeup, if you like to do hair, if you like to do crafts, cook, things like that, it's more focused on that, and then say, okay, how can I make money by doing that? Does that make sense? So I'll address it. I'll address it. How to be a mechanic and make your own company. Great question. Great question. So I'll do a class on that as well. And I'm going to do the class not just on just being a mechanic, but in general. Starting a small business with no money down, zero money. Very hard. Very hard. But you can accomplish it. It's facts, because I did it. And I didn't go to a 4-year university. I was able to do it. So you can do it. It's a lot of dedication, extremely a lot of hard work. So but I'll go into steps by steps so that you guys know clearly how to do it. It might be a bit overwhelming at first, but I'll save it on my YouTube channel so that you guys can see it. Let's see here. How to play Wii Sports? I don't know. I don't have a Wii. And I never knew how to play Wii Sports, so can't help you with that, guys. Sorry. But I did make this banner for my channel. This beautiful banner. If you want to know how to make a banner like this one, like and comment down below. And maybe I'll do a video on how to do a banner. You can even do one for your room, in the back of like your bed, or like on your wall that says your name, something like that. Really cute. I love this. It's so cute. But Wii Sports, sorry guys, can't help you with that. All right, let's see here. Okay, no, that was just people's names. Okay, let's see. Strict parents. So how to deal with strict parents. It brings back so many memories. I had a strict parent, so I get it, guys. So I'll address that. We kind of addressed it in the talk over on Friday a little bit, but you guys weren't really. A lot of you guys weren't hearing me, and you guys were kind of frustrated because I was like, you have to just do what they tell you to do, and then if you do that, you can kind of do whatever. But if you get good grades, you're in on time, you can kind of do what you want to do. But you guys didn't really hear me, so I'll do one on that too. I think anything with like instructions and following instructions or following rules, that right there is just like in one ear, out the other. But that's really how you do it. How to get through adulthood college. OMG. First of all, they do not prepare you for adulthood. Life is intense, okay? I thought that when I was 18 years old and I was out of high school, I was going to get a place, I was going to get a car, I was going to get a job, I was going to be making bank and making it rain, okay? That's false. It doesn't work out that way, unfortunately, but I'll give you guys some fun little tips on how to survive adulthood and get into college and successfully get there. And try not to get sidetracked. That's a big one. Big one. Okay, why do people make fun of me? And if they do, how do you control your emotions? So this is kind of like what that one person, we had another one in here that was about bullying. So I'm going to address that too. And I'll do a whole little segment on that. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to go into bullying, how to confront bullying. I got bullied through school, you know, and it was a little intense, which sucks, but, you know, it's kind of like a way of passage. It's just you have to know how to handle it. and not to allow it to overcome you. I allowed it to overcome me and get me emotional and stuff like that. And people bully you even out of high school or out of middle school, and they bully you all throughout your life if you allow them to. So you have to know how to figure this out, how to cut those people out and put them in their place. Sometimes you have to put people in their place. You know, you can't just tell every time somebody's bullying you. You got to confront it straight head on, because when other people, it's going to happen consistently. So you have to put them in their place. You need to say little things and make it where it's not about you and it turns around and it's on them. I'll go into it, okay? But it happens. It happens to us all, I think. Okay, why don't I have an iPhone? Sweetie, I don't have an iPhone either. I don't either. Honestly, I think technology is, it's really expensive, and it changes every year. It's a new product, new model, new something. It's really expensive. I don't spend all my money on technology. I'm not a techie type of person, really. I like things very simple. I like to use something until it falls apart. That's just the way I am. I like to save money. Sorry, I'm not an iPhone person either. I'm more of an Android, so sorry about that. Hopefully I don't lose some subscribers over that, but I am. Alright, so how to deal a friend that does drugs. I had some friends that did drugs, and this one's a tough one, but it's a serious one, so I'm gonna do something on this too. And the nice thing about this is that since we're putting it in the box, I can address them on the channel, and if you want to, you can always look back at the channel, and then like, this is specifically for this person. So I'm doing this specifically for someone who needed it, a youth, a young kid who's, you know, or who is in middle school dealing with these types of issues. And these problems are adult problems. These are not, I mean, there's a lot of kids going through these things too, but this is serious. There's adults that are dealing with drug issues too, so this is a big deal. But I will address this, and then when I see you guys next on December 13th, I will give you guys the URL to my YouTube channel so that you guys can go back, and then you guys can really listen to everything, and you guys can always listen to it repeatedly. And then if you have any additional questions, I'll always have the box. So if I need to elaborate more, you guys say, hey, I need you to elaborate more, and stuff like that. And then let's see here. Where do babies come from? I know you guys know where babies come from. But anyways, nice to end it this way with this happy, funny, sarcastic note. I barely know where babies come from. I don't have any children yet. But anyways, so the question box was a big success. I love it so much. Thank you guys so much for taking it so seriously, because you didn't really have to. So I really like that. That was the whole purpose. So anyways, a little review of how the talk went. I was a little nervous in the beginning, and when I started going into my speech, the kids were kind of looking a little like, kind of looking down like this, and uninterested, totally uninterested. So I totally ditched my speech and just started talking directly to them in conversation mode, asking them, okay, what are negative thoughts? If you have them, or if you don't have them, what is it? Like, give me an example of it, so we know what we're talking about. So they'll tell me what the negative thought is, and then from there we'll say, okay, how would you overcome something like that? So we went into people's talents, things that they're interested in. One of the girls ended up singing for us. She had a beautiful voice. I wish the Lord gave me a beautiful voice, a singing voice. But he didn't, unfortunately. I want to be the next Beyonce. But yeah, so she sang for us for the entire class. None of the people in the class knew that she could even sing, which was amazing. And then we had another kid who rapped, and then we had other people who told me that they'll watch movies or they'll write music, different stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. And then we did a fun little activity. We did a runway walk. It was like a motivational, confident runway walk. And so what they did is we put on music that they really liked, and then we just did like a little runway walk, you know, kind of feeling all good, you know, feeling ourselves to get that high, get something going, get their brains going, get it off the negative subject. Then I brought it back onto the negative subject about the negative thoughts, and then they had questions on, well, what if you cannot stop thinking negative? And then they started asking me about depression. Okay, have you ever wanted to not want to live anymore? So then we got really deep. We got really, really deep, which was nice. So I answered all their questions as honestly as I possibly could. You know, it's really tough because when you're dealing with middle schoolers and you're dealing with kids, you have to be very careful with what you say because they can take things very literal, and even if you're not meaning it literally. So I had to be very careful with what was said and how it was said and things like that. But here are some clips of the talk, and I hope you guys enjoy them. And guys, I hope you guys like my channel. I hope you love my banner. I love my banner. Ah! But hey guys, okay, so hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and if you have any questions for me or anything at all, put it in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Negative thoughts.
How to deal with negative thoughts. Okay, so how do you deal with negative thoughts?
You ignore it. You ignore it.
I take every word as a joke.
Well, what if it does? What if you can't take things as a joke anymore and it actually gets you? What do you do?
You commit scooter.
No, you do not fight them. That is false. No. Does anybody like to sing? Is anybody a singer in here?
Let it go.
You're actually good. That was
Everybody clap.
that was good.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
It's okay, everything look away.
Frozen like Anna, cold like Elsa. Boy is hot, no summer, no Olaf. Yeah. No Olaf, yeah. Rally, oh, yeah. Got some. What? Yeah. You say he is my friend. I don't even talk to these two. I don't even know who they are. I eating that. You can't tell those I'm fat. Ethan on his skateboard. He does X Games.